Hey Virgos, this is Pangea Tarot. I'm here to do your reading for today. Today, let's ask the universe about the person on your mind, how they feel about you, and what their next actions towards you will be. Universe, I ask about the people on my Virgo's mind. Sun, you could be dealing with a Leo. What I'm sensing here is that this is somebody who, with the 10 of Wands in the reverse to the Sun, this is someone who is just ready to give up their pride for the sake of breakthrough, for the sake of breaking through confusion and sort of, that aggro kind of experience that they've been having, worrying about you, all the pride, the games, all that kind of stuff. This is just someone who wants freedom and breakthrough, and they are relinquishing their pride to do so, is what I'm sensing with this 10 of Wands. They're just like, I give up. I'm not going to worry about winning. So I feel like this is someone, it could be dealing with a Cancerian, but this is someone who's decided to come in with a very direct approach and to just come straight for it and try to find out exactly what's going on. I'm seeing this blonde hair here. You could be dealing with somebody with blonde hair. Universe. Ah, yes. Because with the Magician here, this person is just concerned with, they're tired of confusion, is what I'm sensing. This is somebody who, you could be dealing with a Gemini or another Virgo. But yeah, this is just somebody who wants the truth. They just want things to clear up one way or the other. They want to find out how you feel and to simply be empowered by knowing what is true. Yeah, because they're tired of this feeling of emotional instability and confusion. They're tired of, bouncing from one extreme to another. When you're in love with someone and you're confused, the slightest thing, the slightest discouragement can just kind of send you off an emotional cliff, and they're just tired of it. They just want, they're ready to face their fears, so that they can have that clarity. And I just turned the fan towards me. Yeah, so with the Fool, and hold on one second. Let me try and fix this. I hope it's, I was going to say, I hope it's not like noisy for you guys or like coming up too badly in the sound. It's just kind of hot in here. So you could be dealing with an Aries. So with the Fool in the reverse, this is certainly a situation where there has been hesitation and delays. And I'm not saying that this person doesn't still feel that hesitation, but with the Magician, they're just like, okay, even still, I just have to step forward. I have to take control. Despite my fear, despite my hesitation, I just need to step forward, because this is someone who wants clarity. They still feel uncertain about where you're coming from, even though they've been trying to find out where you're coming from, or they might have some information or secrets that they're being cagey over, because they don't want you to necessarily know everything that they've been up to. With the King of Pentacles in the reverse, the Star in the reverse, this also could be somebody who has been worried about their ability to maybe provide for you if the two of you wanted to be together. They were maybe worried that they wouldn't be able to give you what they wanted to give you or what they felt like you deserved. And this made them lose faith in the situation. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius. Yeah, so this is someone who understands that things have been unequal. They might feel as if, not saying that this is true, but they might feel as if maybe they gave more, or that they were giving more than you were. But it almost feels like a defensive tactic of like somebody trying to push out the guilt onto somebody else. But I don't think they're going to come in and be too aggressive with that. That might just be kind of an attitude that they've been taking to, sort of placate their own guilt. But with the Knight of Wands, this is someone coming in. It's not a king, but it's in the upright. So it is someone coming in and being direct. It's someone, getting off their butt and doing something to find out about this situation, because they do still see you as valuable. They do, and I see the little sprigs on that stick, they do still feel like something could grow from this, despite the fact that maybe there have been, setbacks or disappointments. They still do see the potential in this situation. You could be dealing with a fire sign, so an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. And so they're not 100% confident, but they're finding the strength to step forward, is what I'm seeing here. Is there anything else, universe? Yeah, with the 3 of Wands in the reverse, they're tired of waiting. They're tired of sitting and waiting. I think they're realizing that you're not going to step up. I think we saw in a previous reading that this person was wanting you to step up and do something, and maybe even expecting you to. And I think they're realizing that that's not going to happen. And they're like, okay, I'm going to have to be the one. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, exactly. There it is. So with the 4 of Swords to the Queen of Pentacles, which is you, that you're not doing anything. Like, you're like, nope, I'm not stepping forward this time. You could have been very noble or self-effacing in the past and been like, well, I'm going to rise above my pride and I'm going to try and see, from the other person's perspective, and, I'll bridge the gap. I'll be the bigger person and I'll reach out and, try to be understanding. And so maybe they were expecting you to do that again, and they're realizing that, nope, Virgo's not going to do that this time. Nope. Virgo is not doing that this time. And so they're realizing that if they don't want to miss out, if they don't want to end up grieving this situation and missing out on what they could have with you, then they need to take action. Again, strong fire sign energy here. Yeah, so they're realizing that it's on them to reach out. Yep, and here you are with the Hermit to the 2 of Pentacles. They're realizing that your energy is upgrading and that you're not willing to be juggled. That you have a new sort of level of standard of what you're willing to put up with. It could be that you put up with maybe a bit too much from this person in the past. It's reasonable to be understanding with somebody for a bit, but because we all are coming from our own headspace and living in our own lives, and so being flexible and understanding is a virtue, but it can go too far to the point where the person just starts to take advantage or expect that you're always going to negate your own needs or always going to negate your own perspective. And I think that they're realizing that you're not willing to do that anymore. You're not going to be juggled. You're not going to be an option. You're not going to be, you're not going to put anything into somebody who doesn't treat you as equally doesn't prioritize you equally to how you prioritize them. Yeah, exactly. You're not willing to put up with confusion. You're not willing to put up with being an option. And that this person, if they want anything to do with you, then they're going to have to stop playing this stupid game of confusion or guardedness. They're going to have to grow up. And I think that they're seeing this. Yep. With the 3 of Swords in the reverse, this is them realizing that I can't play around with Virgo. I can't have other parties. Yeah, I can't have other options. I can't, be, kind of have any kind of a player behavior in any way. This Virgo, there needs to be full commitment. Virgo deserves full commitment, full respect. And they're realizing that you deserve this. All right. So, universe, what is this Fool in the reverse to the Magician? Ooh. Whoa. What is this Fool in the reverse to the Magician? Do I want to take from this deck? Yeah, this is your person realizing that they need to come in and they need to take this seriously and they need to level the playing field and make things just. Yeah, they understand that they can't outsmart you, that they cannot treat you poorly. Yeah, that you are, it just feels like this energy where you are completely solid, where you are like, they're realizing that you're not going to put up with BS anymore, essentially. Let me get from this deck. I think I want this one instead. All right, so what is this Fool in the reverse to the Magician? clarity in the reverse. Yeah, exactly. So your person just wants the truth, even if it is bad. I think that if you hold out too long in a situation and your heart breaks for long enough, it gets to the point where you just get comfortable enough with the concept that it might be over, that if you were holding back for fear of it being over, you get to this point where you're like, okay, well, now I can start to face the possibility of that, and I can actually approach this person because I've sort of made peace with the concept that it might fail, enough to be able to approach this person and face the possibility of that. Universe, what can you tell me about this situation? Yeah. They certainly it feels like, it's not like they love you any less, but I feel like what it is that they've calmed down kind of, or maybe you guys have been not speaking for long enough to the point that they don't feel quite so heartbroken over your beauty. Like, they do absolutely still think that you're wonderful, but it's just like the intensity is calmed down enough that they feel like they can speak to you, or that they can face the situation. But they also don't want to lose you. They don't want to lose. It's like they do still, it's like they want that energy back in their life. Yeah, you are the divine feminine to them. You are it. Oops. Ooh. Yeah. And they see that you are not holding on. You're not obsessing over them. And again, I think it's probably too that they have not been clinging. It's like that they've been coming out of this hopelessness energy because they've maybe kind of taken a breather from thinking about it, from overthinking in the situation. So they're starting to feel like they could actually approach you and not like be too freaked out about it. All right, universe. Yeah, they really, really miss the value that you add to their life, the depth, the awareness. Because by connecting with you, all the things that you are enter their life, and they miss that. They miss your energy. They miss how you make them feel. And I feel like what this energy is saying is that they've tried to find that in other people, and they just haven't been able to. There's been nothing that compares to you. There's been nothing that could like replace you. Universe, what can you tell me about this energy? Yeah, again, and I feel like they've been coming out of that stressful turbulence that they were in before, where they were so tense, and they were so just, anxious, that they were overthinking and were terrified to reach out. Yeah, they've certainly been daydreaming about you, imagining, what they want to say to you, or what it would be like when they see you again, or something that they might want to offer you. Yeah, how to approach you. They're imagining the approach. They want to confess something to you. They want to come clean. They want to tell you about the things that have been going on in the past period of time since they've spoken to you, or since the two of you have not been speaking. And they want to unveil something to you. Universe, what is it that my Virgo's person wishes to unveil and to come clean about? Oh. So they want to come out of this energy of abandonment, because they feel that you are their twin flame, because this is the twin flame card. And it's hard to see, but that says twin flame. And they really miss your energy. They miss, time. They've been waiting, and the time that they've been away from you. And I'm seeing this 13 again. It's standing out to me. That could be significant for someone. The time and the waiting that they've been away from you has been troubling them. And they also realize that time is an element here, that they can't just leave this on the sidelines forever. That's how love works. You can't just, it is time sensitive. Yeah, they don't want to lose the chemistry, because I feel like that's what happens between people when in a couple, when someone hurts the other too much, even if they choose to continue to care about each other, the person who got hurt will just, the chemistry will go away. It's like they'll be like, oh, well, I still care about you, but I'm not in love with you because you hurt me too much. And I think that this is what they might be fearing, is that the chemistry between the two of you will go away for good if they don't take action. Yeah, and yeah, they don't want to make a big mistake that will end up having permanent repercussions with you by waiting for too long. So, universe, can you tell me what my Virgo's person plans to offer to them when they come forward? Yeah, open up your heart. It will help you attract more love. So I feel like this could be saying, again, if this is someone that you want back in your life, to try to open your heart so that you can receive the love from this person and potentially be open to a brand new beginning. Universe, what is this Virgo's person bringing towards them? Interesting. Love spell. You've been bewitched. So either this person could be trying to use love spells on you, or maybe they just feel like you bewitched them. They wonder, they might be wondering if you've spelled them because they feel so bewitched by you. And manifest. So this person could be trying to manifest you or manifest a positive. I feel like what this person could be doing is trying to manifest a positive outcome with you. That's what it feels like. Alrighty. Universe, how does my Virgo's person feel towards them? I don't know if that's your card. Let me shuffle a little more. I haven't shuffled this one in a while. Okay. All right, universe, how does my... Oh, this one's stiff. Universe, how does my Virgo's person feel towards my Virgos? How do they feel towards Virgo? How does my Virgo's person feel towards Virgo? Ooh, okay. All right. Okay, the passion is too much. Yeah, they feel strong. They feel strong passion for you. And again, like I was saying before, I feel like that's what they're kind of afraid of, is that like when one party gets hurt too much by another, they lose the passion. They lose that, because the feeling that the other person wants you or cares about you goes away. And then once that goes away, you really can't get it back. It's like a trust that gets broken forever. So universe, what can you tell me about this situation? What is coming up in this situation? What messages do you have for my Virgo? So your dreams need a practical plan. Yeah, I think this is this person. I feel like this is this person's mind. They're understanding that I can't just sit here and fantasize anymore. I can't sit here and daydream. I'm going to lose my chance, and it's going to mess things up for good with Virgo. So I need to take action. And I keep seeing this, nothing will come of the situation in the reverse. And I feel like that's what this is saying, is this person's fear. They're really worried that if they just sit completely still, that eventually it would make this situation go stale completely. And so they are wanting to take action towards you like right away. Okay, let me get these timing cards. So full moon in Taurus, you could be seeing something with the full moon. The full moon is actually today. Universe, what is some important timing that my Virgos should watch out for? When will they potentially hear from this person? The time is now. Yeah, I feel like this person is going to be reaching out to you like really, really soon. Possibly today. I'm seeing the 8th here. So that could be the 8th of August or the month of August, or just, right now. Next full moon. So the next full moon, oh my God, so that's literally today. That's the 10th of July. Or it could, be, the next full moon in August as well. But yeah, that's, wow. Okay. But oh, July here. Also the number 21 could be significant for somebody. All right, guys. Well, I hope that this has helped you, and I will speak to you soon.